Brown, and today we're on a walk to find this creature called the Lig. We've heard it all around the news and we're so excited. Now let's go in the woods and find this creature. Back on the street and ask them if they're finding the Lig too. Let's come on. Hey guys! Hey, we're on a walk to find the Lig. You probably find me. Morgan's scientist Morgan. But we were wondering, are you on a walk to find the Lig as well? Yeah. Okay, do you guys want to tag along with us? Yeah! Come on, let's go! There it is! The Lig we may have found. And this also looks like the baby creature we were looking for. It's a lion and a pig body. This is the offspring.
Let me get a photo
of a parent of a lion and a pig. We've been waiting for this moment
guys.
all our lives.
Hello, this is NBC News, and today I'm here, and I am joined with Dr. Morgan to interview the rare species, the Lig. So first, we have some questions for you.
Okay.
So, the lion is known as the dad. We have it as the head. And what does the lion usually eat or hunt for? Meat or plants?
Well, this Lig, since it hunts meat and plants, since the pig eats plants and the lion eats meat, then he is an omnivore, and so he can't move so fast on his little legs because he's a pig. So most of the time he'll be eating plants with his mom, or sometimes when it can catch little animals like squirrels, or there's just little tiny animals that you can sneak up on.
Okay, so a lion usually can weigh from 180 pounds to 900 pounds, and a pig usually weighs from 50 pounds to 770 pounds. How much do you think the Lig weighs?
Well, we haven't weighed it yet because we haven't got its full attention to get used to where it is right now, since it's in a home to take care of, which it can stay in, but we've also built this little habitat for it. But we think the most that it can weigh right now is 20 to 30 pounds right now, because it's just a baby, but they will grow up to soon be like their mom and dad, like around 400 to 300 pounds.
So, where does this animal usually live? Usually pigs live in farms and lions will live out in the wild or something. So where does this animal particularly live in?
So the Lig lives in usually grassy areas where it can take shelter in the grass and hide behind trees and stuff. So there's a bunch of trees and grassy areas. And in Africa, it lives in Africa in like tall grasses and a bunch of tree areas.
Okay, so now, what is this Lig born to know how to do, and does it have to be taught?
So like any other animal, is born to know how to breathe, eat, and like all the simple things like it can open its eyes, see, it can breathe, hear, and eat. That's what it's born to know how to do. But it has to learn how to hunt by its dad, and it has to learn how to find food, take care of itself, and just find shelter when it needs it.
Okay. How do you think this animal is going to be a world life changer in this world?
Well, I think this Lig is going to become like a world life changer one day, because I feel like a lot of them will be born, and I know they'll obviously grow up to be around, like we said, 300 to 400 pounds or something like that. So I think it's going to get really big, and it seems really sweet. It just has to get used to this habitat. But I think it will grow up, and it will help a lot of other animals help find shelter, because I know it will be really good at that. Although it might not be the fastest animal, I know it will grow to be a little faster. It still might not hunt as much, and still might not hunt like big animals like the father does, like deer and all that, because they're way easier to run away. But I know that it will grow up, and it will do something to help other animals.
Okay, so thanks for coming, and there's one more person coming in and going to be asking you some questions. So, as you know, the Lig is very rare. How do you know there are 3 left, like, in the whole entire world? Like, how do you know that if you haven't caught them or something? Have you like seen them on camera or?
Well, it's been all over the news, like we said, and I've done a lot of research on these for for as long as we've known they are here. And we realized since there's only about so many lions and so many pigs, which like new ones are born every day and everything, we know that from the science behind it, we know that there can only be 3 possibly right now because there's only one lion and pig who had a kid. There's only one that became like wife and husband or whatever, and they can only have up to 3 because of how they mix. I don't know. It's just like the breeds almost. They can only have up to 3, so we know that there's only 3 around right now. We think there might be some more where we searched, so we could go out and find them again because if one was in that habitat, they probably all followed, but they're probably hiding somewhere.
So, first of all, it's just a little question. Have you captured the last 3?
I have not captured the last 3, but
Has
really,
anyone
I need to.
ever? Are they still running around in the wild? Or
They are, we think, are still running around in the wild. We heard there was a random person just on a walk and was really close to one, but it ran away and wasn't in time to catch it.
So, since you have that and you know where the other ones are, once you eventually do catch them, what are you going to do with them? Are you going to keep them like a zoo kind of? Because I know some people are against zoos for animals, especially, but I think it's kind of important because those are special and fun. So what are you going to do? Are you going to let them go back into their natural habitat, or are you going to keep them and just, I don't know, do something with them?
So my plan is I want to keep them for a little bit, but keep them nice and safe. Since they're an omnivore, I'm going to feed them what they need to be fed. Keep them for a little bit, but then eventually let them go, because at the point they're going to have kids and there's going to be more, and then they're going to be everywhere, so then it'll be easier to catch. So I'm going to keep it for a little bit, not too long, but just enough, maybe have an interview with a bunch of people, make it to a show or something,
So
enter show
you're
it.
saying the species will grow.
Yeah, the
Okay.
species will definitely grow, and then
Do you have the mom and dad? Have you found the mom and dad?
well, so we know where the mom and dad are. We know they are in Africa right now. Well, they've traveled past because other people are trying to want legs and everything because it's really popular. We know what the mom and dad are, but we haven't been able to track them down. We know right now they're in Africa where the dad was born in, the lion. So we know they're in Africa, but we haven't been able to catch them, in which we think is going to be hard to
Thank you,
catch
Morgan,
them.
for answering my questions and all your time.
And there you have it, the Lig.
Yes, thank you, Morgan, very much. Now we're signing off from NBC News with Reese Sargent, Allison Brown, and me. Oh, and Dr. Morgan.
Back to you, Danny!
Louder!